Look, I'm not coming here to judge, right? That's not my job. I'm not really. What I want to do, I want to inspire people. What I want to do, I want to share some of the things I've learned along the way. And it's so easy for us to look at the people in this world who are trying to inspire or who are sharing some of the messages, and we think to ourselves, well, this guy is not me. Look, I'm not saying you are me or or you have to act or be like me, but what is happening is we grow as a community when we share some of the things that have made a big difference in our life. And the thing is, if you're in your 20s, 30s, even 40s as a man, there are a few things that I'd say it makes a big difference. It could, that's the key word there, it could change the way you look at things. We live in a society where everything is so superficial. Everything is like, everyone just wants that instantaneous gratification. Everyone just wanted to be full of happiness all the time, but that's not the life we have set up to live. That's not how we're supposed to live. Just happy. Dopamine's everywhere. Dopamine every single minute. Pa 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 pa. Our brain is constantly just chasing those dopamines. It's not how we're supposed to be. And when I come out here and do a video and make a video and talk about things that I've experienced, I know not everyone can relate to it. Not everyone's gonna relate to it, because some people, they'll listen, they'll ignore you, they'll think, who are you? You haven't got the experience to tell me what to do or what I should do. No one is telling you what to do. People will always give you advice. Look, there are a few things that you could potentially try, cut off, or give it a go, see how you feel. Most men are here, they're lost, they're confused, they're in a position where they don't know what they're doing, and they think to themselves, why do I feel that way? And then the thing is, it's not that you're doing everything wrong, it's that some of the habits that we do have as a man could potentially be holding us back. That's it. It could hold you back. You may not know it, you may not see it, but sometimes when you look back and say things, you're like, rah, was I really doing this often? No wonder why I didn't have time to do X, Y, Z. It is the things that I like to talk about. It's the thing that I like to encourage. And here's my message, right? If you're in your 20s, 30s, as a man, you should by now quit pornography. It's so ridiculous when you think about it, that some people, some men, they're still on that. If this weekend they haven't got a girl to see, they just masturbate. Bro, where's your self-control, right? Bro, rather than me mention the same thing over and over again, here's what you can do. Look, pay attention to your cues. This is the time when you notice, oh, I haven't got a girl I'm gonna see this weekend, and most likely I'll just masturbate, right? You should catch yourself then and say, hey, why would you do that to yourself? Don't do it. Okay, there's some people that have a schedule sort of vibes. They masturbate before bed, they masturbate when they will get up. Look, that's your cue right there. That's the time where you should think to yourself, let me not do that. Oh, I tend to masturbate once I finish doing X, Y, Z, after shower or before shower or during shower. You gotta pay attention to those cues. That is something that's gonna hold you back for a long time. And the funny thing is, when you actually get a girlfriend or anything like that, you see the difference. You struggle. You will oh, my girlfriend is not here, so I masturbate. That's not how you keep your energy as a man. That energy, that is a different type of energy. You gotta stay put, right? Let your body learn how to be okay without masturbating. It's not something that you were born with. You know, like I get it when you're growing up, you know, your hormones are all over the place, but it gets to a certain age where you got to take control of your life. You can't be out here masturbating every weekend, every day. You can't let that piece take control of you. Because if you can't control that, how are you going to control everything else in your life? Think about it. Like, it's so easy for us to get caught up in this idea that, well, I should do this, I shouldn't do that. Well, who are you to tell me what to do? Man, well, look at yourself, bro. Come on, man. These are some boys mentality, bro. Like, when you're growing up and you start becoming a man, a man, you start to realize actually there are certain habits you gotta let off. Like, you gotta let go of that kind of habit. It's not something that you should be doing. And that's one thing. Dopamine on that is high. You know, pornography, your dopamine in your body. No wonder why you feel like shit once you're done with it. You feel like, oh, you feel guilty. You feel bad. No wonder why. You know. And then let's not talk about the side effects and all the problems that come through it. But you gotta be intentional about this stuff, right? Google it. Listen to it. Listen to your body. Stop it. You know. Simple as. The other thing that we constantly chasing dopamine, guys. We're constantly chasing dopamine because we like it. And the thing is, when it comes to social media, it's so easy. Bam, 2 hours just scrolling, giggling, memes, left, right, center, debates, nonsense, things that actually taking your attention away from what you really need to focus on. And most of us know actually what they need to do. But because they're like, oh, I'm tired, I work 8 hours already, let me just go home, binge some Netflix, let me just go home and just do nothing and just scroll my social media, see what everyone's been up to. And the funniest part of all that is the people on social media, they only post the good things. Just the good things. Look at the people's pages, like these guys, they're just going through it. Oh, they're happy and they don't have any issues, their life is perfect, whereas in reality that's not how it works. You know, people are going through hell. People that are on social media, they only post the good moments, and half of them schedule their videos. They've done things in the past and they just start posting every week, and you think to yourself, right, these guys are so consistent, they haven't got a problem. Every week they're constantly posting. But people suffer from so many things in this world. But society and social media will make it look like if you're a man and you're suffering, or you're a bit lost, you're confused in life, you're a weak man, or you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't cry, you shouldn't do XYZ. There's so many stigma around it, and it's pretty sad to see it. But look, social media is only fooling you guys. There's so many bullshit there that you don't really need to consume. So my advice is limit that, really, truly. 1 hour on Instagram, maybe 30 minutes on TikTok, maybe an hour on YouTube, or 30 minutes, you know, that's like Twitter, any social media you use that you know you use quite a lot and it's not really benefiting, like it's not benefiting you at all, then reduce the hours. You don't have to completely quit it. Just be aware how many hours you spend on social media, guys. Just be aware of that, because it is one of the issues that we all face, right? Another dopamine that people love to chase, that people like to do, beside pornography, social media, is, you know, the use of alcohol and drugs. Man, I like to smoke weed, it calms me down. I like to do this and that. Look, wait, what happened then before there was weed in your life? What happened to people that still managed to, you know, keep their cool, their stress levels, their anxiety levels to a minimal through things like meditation, prayer, workout, and whatever else people do? Like, what happened to those people? Because now it's a trend. Everybody's smoking. Yeah, man, give me a spliff, let me smoke because it's cool. They're not even smoking because they like it. It's just like, oh, my friend does it, I might as well just do it. Oh, it's cool. And then it gets to a habit because they felt this type of way, so they're always looking for that feeling. Like, ooh, let me smoke, let me take this drug, let me drink alcohol because it makes me feel more confident, or because it makes me feel cool, or like I'm that guy. Look, a lot of people that end up in the hospital actually at people that have been smoking marijuana, and people will come here and say, oh, hi, helps me. Look, do what you want, but the matter of fact is, we were like, our body wasn't like, we weren't born like, no one said to put in you this world and then decide, start consuming this amount of alcohol or start smoking or take these drugs. You didn't even need all that stuff. You just indulge in these things. They weren't there initially. You just decided, yeah, I'm gonna start taking these. Oh yeah, I like to smoke, it helps me with this. Bro, there are other ways of getting the same benefits or whatever you get from weed or alcohol, drugs in general, than to do it. Like, there's many ways of, achieving the same benefits. You gotta be mindful of it. You gotta be able to look beyond that. You gotta be able to give yourself some time and say, is this the only way really? Smoking every day? Drink every weekend? Look, I drink. Like, there's nothing wrong with drinking, but there's levels to this shit. Like, there's levels to it, I say. There's levels to it. You can't drink every day, bro. Just like, oh, my home, I'm just having a drink. And then get intoxicated. For what? Because it makes you feel some type of way. It is what it is, man. Like, this is one thing that we do a lot anyways. Another thing that I want you to do as a man, once you start getting rid of these habits, or at least minimize them, just think about them. So to just be intentional about this whole thing, guys, this is a big one though. Like, not many people talk about it, but a lot of the reason why you're addicted to social media, you drink, smoke too much, use drugs, the reason why you watch a lot of pornography or whatever, a lot of that stuff is because you're dealing with men who are not like at that level yet. Basically, you're dealing with boys. You have to surround yourself with high value men that value what they're doing, men that focus, men that have quit some of these habits. So when you tell them, or when you're having conversations about that, they'll call you off like, hey, you still masturbating, bro? Like, look, you're at this age, I think it's time to, I understand when we're teenager, our hormones are like this, we don't know how to control it, but the thing about life is some of the things we can control it, and pornography, alcohol consumption, or drug consumption, or social media, we can control those aspects. And so maybe you should look around your circle. Maybe you don't even want to do this stuff, but because the people you with, your friends always drink and smoke, so you think to yourself, listen, I might as well just drink and smoke since we all, doing this is like, don't fall for that, bro. Surround yourself with high value men that are here, they're thinking ahead, they know what they're doing. There's nothing wrong with social media, by the way, or pornography in that aspect, or drinking or whatever. I don't condone drugs, you should never do it. Smoking weed became a thing that people did. Even I did that in the past. I thought it was cool. I was trying to fit in. I thought I have to be this cool kid as well. Everyone is doing it in school. Why should I be the one that don't do it? So yeah, let's do it. And then as you grow older, you start realizing there's no benefit to this shit. It's just fucking you up anyways. Then you start to be conscious and make those changes, guys. So that's one thing you need to do. Surround yourself with the right people. Watch your environment. Maybe your environment is not the right place. Maybe it's that. You gotta question. You gotta be aware of that. And one last tip is, for us men, really trying to get to the next level, is the amount of work we put in is also important. And so what I've noticed is once you start doing all these things I've just mentioned, you will get to a time where you need to stay focused on whatever it is that you're working on. So it will be very important for you to stay focused on that area. So when you're doing your work, I want you to be really fixed, like focus on that, so deep into it that you plan it. So a 90-minute sprint or 2-hour sprint works perfectly fine. I want you to do more deep work. You can't just do those shallow work where you come back from work, you have some time to work on your side hustle or the things that you're building right now, or if you just heavily dependent on your work where you just do your 9 to 5 or whatever job you do have now, and then you just go home, you don't work on the things you want to do, you just tend to ignore that, or you just don't do that. It's very important to use 1 to 2 hours deep focus to start talking about or thinking about your goals. And once you have an idea what to do, start working deeply on them. Deep work makes a big difference. Shut down everything, put your headphones in if you need it, crack on, work. 2 hours later, you're done. And then you can go about your life. That's gonna give you the mindset you need when you start building business, wealth, when you start making the things you wanna do in life. It is very simple, but it takes a long time for your body, for your mind, for you to accustom to it. So be mindful of that. And if you really truly think you wanna level up to the next level as a man, you have to start doing things, man. Otherwise, you're gonna end up just in the same place you was last year, the year before that, and the year after before that. Look, it is simple, man. What I'm here to do is just give you advice and see if you can take that forward. I can't do too much, but I can give you some guidance from what I've seen, and creating those and doing the things that we just talked about here makes a huge difference. So with that said, I'll leave you to it. Just meditate on what I said, meditate on that, think about it, really truly think about it, and the most important thing to do here, take action. Anyways, I'll catch you soon, and yeah, you take care of yourself. Bye. Cheers. Peace. Ciao.